show. Not you were good, you should have headlined, you should have hosted, you should have. Great show. That's what comedy's all about. Just fucking, fuck you, we did. We're all just high-fiving like softball guys. You know what I mean? Pow, a little butt slapping, good times. So I'm like, this is going to be a great crowd. I walked up, Andrew's like, great stuff. Like, dude, you're going to kill. Andrew goes up, starts telling some jokes, and he's doing a little bit of, he's been hitting some crowd work because he knew some people in the crowd. It was a weird weekend for him because, like, he's from Connecticut. He travels around on cruise ships and stuff. He's been divorced recently. He's been dating this new girl for like 8 months, and now her whole family. By the way, he's like, I say dating a new girl, but no, he's madly in love, and to the point where he's hanging out with the whole family. And for the whole weekend, her mother, her family, and he's telling jokes about dating her. So it was crazy to watch their reactions and watch him take those risks, but it was great to do. But he had a lot of people, and because he went to Southern Connecticut State University, he was in a fraternity, so he had support. It was not saying the whole crowd was just there for him, but he had people that knew him. Mm-hmm. So that's awesome, but it's also daunting. But he was doing his thing and killing. But the 7 o'clock Saturday crowd were like his people, his folks, and they were ready to rock. And there was this table up front, and this one guy had this weird accent. He was older, like in his 60s, and his wife was there. And you could see she was just fucking knocking back drinks. And at one point, Andrew starts doing this crazy crowd work. And talking to the old guy, making fun of him, and people are, everything he's saying, they're just exploding, like the Apollo. Like every time you would say, bah! It was like one of those, like, you say a joke and people are just running around like, ah! Like, they're like, you know when people text LOL? Everybody was LOLing for fucking real. Like, it wasn't even like a, ha ha ha, it was, wah! Like, people's minds kept spontaneously combusting, then recovering, then he was just crushing. There was a boom, boom. And all of a sudden, believe me, this is what happened next, is something I'd never seen before, that I'll never see again, and it was the most beautiful moment in the history of comedy. Andrews, it doesn't matter what he said. I remember, it was line after line. He's just hammering them to the point where you're seeing people buckle over. You know when people say their faces hurt? I watched people rub their cheeks. Like, they were laughing, and it was awesome just to watch. He was just crushing and crushing. And then he finally said something. And this woman grabs her purse, opens it up, and begins to puke into the purse. Like, ah! Like and she's laughing. She's like, ah! Ah! And she opens the purse. And, like, ah! And someone's like, she's puking in the purse. And Andrew's like, what? And you can see her. She's like, ah! And he's like, well, I guess you were polite. You would rather fuck my credit cards and keys. I don't want to puke on this place. And she's like, ah! And he said, like, people are like, she had like 8 martinis in like an hour, whatever. But she was old. She just and you're like, okay, she's just kind of gagging. No, the smell of puke just fucking smacked everybody in the face. You're like, and I stood in the back. I was in the back hallway, but you were like right where you can see everything, and I'm straight on from him, but in the back. And I take one step in, and I look at him, and I start to applaud as all people are, and he goes. He just breaks character and goes, Pat, did you see that shit? I'm like, that is the greatest shit. I go, I have never been more jealous in my life. And everybody started like applauding him like crazy. And he rolled. I was like, okay, that was awesome. That was incredible. This guy's got another 30 minutes in his set. How the fuck do you follow Puke Woman? And he did. Like, he kept it going. He knew when to fucking bring it back again, go back into the jokes. And he just kept, the crowd was just killing it. So they, of course, have to get that woman the fuck out of there. So the husband takes her out, brings her upstairs, and we can hear a woman is coming out of the bathroom upstairs. She goes to me, she goes, and the door's open. You can hear the lady yelling. She just goes, and you hear the woman that puked goes, but I've got food in my boots, which is fucking tremendous because she puked so much and some of it hit her boots. And she's like, I have food in my boots. So then the husband comes back down during the show. And he starts to clean the table off in the chair, and he gets the check, and he's trying to pay the bill, and he's doing all, and he's like, I can't, she's my wife, I can't leave. That was like a touching thing, but everyone's just like, holy shit. No matter what, they're like, you made a lady puke. Like, it wouldn't stop. That's the whole time. Great. When the set was over, the whole place, almost 100 people stood up. Standing ovation like he won a fucking Oscar as he walked. Because, dude, he made a woman puke.
Yeah, that's a credit.
I said to him, that's it. You're going to be the guy where people are like, how was the show? It's like, it's all right. I back in the day, he used to make people puke. I guess he's too good for us anymore. He's not, he's the Gallagher of puke. This woman, like, pulled her, like, opened up her bag. It was insane. It was fucking insane. It was incredible. I didn't care what kind of sets I had. I was part of the team that made that happen. In my mind, I set it up.
Yep.
I put a finger in her throat, and then I know it's all him, but it didn't matter. It was amazing. It was a bonding thing. Like we've been to war now. But he made that woman puke, and it was fucking unbelievable.